are going to discuss another important topic relevant to the environment. This is the Conference of Parties 16. Conference of Parties is 29 is going took place in the Colombia, like just here. Conference of Parties 29 is about UNFCCC. Conference of Parties 29 took place in 2024. But what about Conference of 16? Conference of 16 is about CBD. Conference of Parties 16 is about Convention of Biological Diversity. Convention of Biological Diversity. That is the Conference of Parties is different. This is the Conference of Parties different. Okay? Yeah. This is about like Azerbaijan, they did took place. This is about here we are going to discuss. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Biodiversity environment topic. Conference of Parties is Convention on Biological Diversity. Convention on Biological Diversity. This is the most important, okay, in the coming exam. Okay? Yeah, in the news, why it is news? Recently, 16th edition Conference of Parties took place, the Convention of Biological Diversity at Cali, Colombia. At Cali, Colombia. Okay? Conference of Parties which is originate from the Earth Summit, Earth Summit, where in the 1992 from the Earth Summit there is the convention which is UNFCCC, and there is another convention CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity. Okay? This is, they can conduct Conference of Parties every year, and this is the Conference of Parties Biological Diversity is conducted for every 2 years, every 2 years. That is why it is COP-16 in this 2024. This is COP-29 in the 2024. Okay? From the Earth Summit, there is a convention which is biological diversity. Every 2 years, the biological diversity is conducted Conference of Parties. Okay? This is the 16th Conference of Parties did take place in 2024. Where? Colombia. Where? Colombia, Cali. Okay? They can ask you the place in the coming exam. Okay? Yeah. India launched, what India initiative this Conference of Party 2016 is National Biodiversity Strategy Action Plan, NBSAP, National Biodiversity Action Plan. Okay? National Biodiversity Strategy Action Plan is took place by India for the Conference of Party 16. Okay? Yeah. This is aligned with CBD, okay, which is Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Protocol, which is KMBGF. Okay? Kunming is the place in the China. Conference of Party 15 is took place in the China. Conference of Party 15 is took place in the China about 2022 year. In the 2022, there is a Conference of Party 15 took place in the China, Kunming. There is a certain target in that Conference of Party going to implemented in the Conference of Party 16, where Colombia, this place Cali. Okay? I hope you guys understand. Conference of Parties this year 2024 is Colombia, Cali. 2022 Conference of Party 15 is took place in the China. Okay? China, Kunming. Kunming, there are certain programs there is targeted in the coming future that is going to focus and implement in the Conference of Party 16. So, Conference of Party 16 is relevant to the Conference of Party 15 where took place in the China, Kunming place, okay, that is Kunming Protocol. This is the Cali, which is Colombia. I hope you guys understand this. Conference of Parties, which is Biological Diversity Conference of Party, which is Conference of Party 16, took place in the Cali, Colombia 2024, and Conference of Party 15 took place in the Kunming, China, and the global biodiversity. Okay, yeah, this is in the year 2024 because of Conference of Parties of Biological Diversity took place for every 2 years. Okay, for the Climate Change Conference of Parties under UNFCCC took place every year, that is Conference of Party 29 took place in the 2024 year. Okay, yeah, this is 16 took place in the 2024 year, Convention on Biological Diversity. This is the difference between Conference of Parties UNFCCC, Conference of Parties Biological Diversity. Conference of Parties UNFCCC took place in the 2024 Azerbaijan. Okay, yeah, it is Conference of Parties 2024 took place of Biological Diversity, Cali, Colombia. Okay, I hope you guys understand. They can ask you in the exam, don't confuse it. Okay, yes. Next, what are the key highlights Conference of Party CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity? What are the key areas? Okay, key highlights. It is organization of the Cali Fund. Cali Fund created. Cali is the place where the Colombia is the country of Latin America, that is South America, nearby South America, that is the place Cali. There is a created fund for this Conference of Party in that place called Cali Fund. Okay, they can ask you. And there is another key highlight, which is Digital Sequence Information, DSI. Digital sequence information about biodiversity. There are certain species are endangered, critically endangered. There is certain program is sequenced digitally, okay, under this COP-16. Okay, yes, at least 50% of the Cali Fund will be focused on self-identified needs, indigenous people, local communities, okay, particularly women and youth. Okay, 60% fund raised for this local communities, mean local habitations, the communities, or they can focus on biodiversity, especially women and youth. Okay, we have to allocate 50% Cali Fund for the women and youth who like prepare for protection of biodiversity in this section. Okay, yeah, DSI, digital, okay, genomic sequence data. Okay, genomic sequence data is took place in the Conference of Party 16 of the Biological Diversity. Biological Diversity is the convention. Under this convention is going on the Conference of Parties, which is 16th took place in the 2024 year, and the place where the Cali, Colombia. Okay, yeah, and there is one more thing. Conference of Parties 16 took place in the Cali, Colombia. The targets which is implemented in the Rome, Italy. Rome, Italy, the targets which is implemented. So, Conference of Parties took place this also. COP-16 is took place Rome and Cali, two places. Rome and Cali, Conference of Parties took places in two places, that is Rome, which is Italy, and Cali, which is Colombia. Okay, this Conference of Parties CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity, took place where Colombia, Cali, and Rome, Italy. Okay, I hope you guys understand. There is a fund raised, Cali Fund, digital sequence, okay, information about Conference of Parties and genomic sequence data. Totally digitalized the geotag about species. Okay, yes. And Kunming Biodiversity Fund, where Conference of Parties 15, COP-15 is took place in the 2022 year, Kunming China, and Conference of Parties 16 took place in 2024, where Cali, Colombia. Okay, yeah, this is the Kunming and this is the Cali. There is an agreement between them where there is a protocol which is implemented from the Kunming to Colombia. So, Kunming Biodiversity Fund, Cali Fund, and this is also Kunming Biodiversity Fund, they raised. Okay, yeah, launched a conference of party with 200 million of dollars from the China, they can contribute $200 million for the Kunming Conference of Party, which is Conference of Party 15, took place in 2022 year. Okay, yes, and there is another redirect which is $500 billion per year by the 2030. They might not ask you, they can ask you $500 by 2030. Okay, for Kunming Fund. Okay, yes, National Biodiversity targets 119 countries, out of CBD 196. There are 196 countries under CBD, 119 countries are ratified Conference of Party 15. Okay, yes, and there is a synthetic biology uses of engineering principles and DNA sequences, genomic editing is the main targets in this Conference of Party. Okay, these are the main targets. Just look into here. Okay, yeah, just look into here the keywords. Okay, yeah, that is enough for the exam. Yeah, biologically significant marine areas, they mainly focus in this Conference of Party 16, marine areas. Okay, ecologically, and there is a significant marine areas. Global action plan on biodiversity health, this is also key area about Conference of Party. They took place global action plan for biodiversity and health. Global action for biodiversity and health is focused on Conference of Party 16. Okay, yes, and this is the Conference of Party of Biological Diversity approved, and this is One Health. This is the key word in the Conference of Party. What is One Health? They can ask you in the exam. Okay, strategy, holistic approach for recognize health ecosystems, animals and humans. One Health mean ecosystem, animals and human are only one roof. Okay, humans, animals and ecosystem are comes under One Health. Is going to took place in the COP-16. They can ask you, okay, what is One Health? One Health mean humans and animals and ecosystem comes under only One Health. Okay, if the human ecosystem is healthy, like animals are healthy, if the animals are healthy, humans are healthy. This is all over one condition. There is a One Health is took place in the Conference of 16. Okay, yeah, I hope you guys understand. They can ask you One Health is what? They can ask you One Health is like deliberate in the which COP-15, COP-16, COP-14, like that they can ask you in the exam. Okay, yes. And COP-15, main COP-15 which is took place 2022, COP-16, the targets which is under the COP-15, the targets implemented in the COP-16, okay, Conference of Parties 16 is the objective resolution of COP-15. COP-15 is Kunming place, there is a Kunming protocol, Kunming Montreal Biodiversity Framework. Kunming Montreal Biodiversity Framework, which is COP-15. Okay, we can going to discuss about it. It is about multilateral treaty. This is halting the reverse biodiversity loss. Reverse biodiversity loss by 2030. By 2030, we can restore biodiversity where we lost. Already we lost certain amount of biodiversity. We have to restore by the end of the 2030. This is the Kunming target. Okay, yeah, Kunming COP-15 target. It is held on December 2022, 15th Conference of Parties, Kunming. It is about sustainable development goals. Sustainable development goals are 17th. 17 goals are there, sustainable development goals, the health, earth, hunger, these such a kind of goals are there, sustainable development goals are 17. Okay, we have to focus the goals of sustainable development in this section of COP-15. Okay, yeah. The purpose of goals, it is aims to ensure by 2030 at least 30% degraded terrestrial, inland and marine coastal ecosystem. We can restore the ecosystem what we lost already, the biodiversity where terrestrial, land and freshwater ecosystem we can restore by 2030, mean 30 into 30, 30% we can restore by 2030. Okay, yes. It is 2030, 23 action global targets are there, collectively global effort. They might ask you, not ask you, the long term vision by 2050, the nature will be harmony. This is Kunming protocol, Kunming the biodiversity framework, KM-GBF, KM-GBF. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. I hope you guys understand this. Just look into here. COP-15, the targets are what they implemented in the Conference of Party 16. Conference of Party 15 2022 is took place in Kunming place, China. That is the Kunming framework. And COP-16 Cali, Colombia. Okay, that is 2024, mean Conference of Parties on Biological Diversity took place every 2 years, every 2 years. Climate change is different, UNFCCC different, that is every year. This is Convention on Biological Diversity from the Earth Summit, which is originate, and this can be implement the biodiversity action plans through the Conference of Parties. Every 2 years there is a Conference of Parties under Convention of Biological Diversity, where took place 2015, sorry, Conference of 15 in like China, Kunming. Okay, they can target it by the 2030, there is a restoration of biodiversity loss, 30% we can restore by the 2030. Okay, that is the principle of 30-30, one health. One health mean ecosystem, animals and humans, being everyone has to be one health. Okay, yeah, this is what harmony of 2050. Okay, this is about Kunming framework in the, under the Conference of Party 15. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. Yeah, MCQs about Conference of Parties. This is the most important. You have to be practice certain MCQs relevant topic every day. Okay, yes. If you like my videos, like it and share it for your friends. It might be help for them. Okay, yes. Yeah, this is the question, today question. Where was the resumed the session of Conference of 16 of Convention of Biological Diversity, CBD, held in? Okay, yeah, actually it is about Italy here, Italy. Where resumed? Italy. Actually, Conference of Parties 16 took place in the Cali, Colombia. Colombia, it is started. It is started. Later on, it is enter into the Rome, Italy. Rome, Italy. Rome, Italy. Rome is the place of Italy. Resume the session of Conference of 16 from the Cali, Colombia to Italy. Okay, this is important, guys. Okay, Conference of Parties took place. Conference of Parties 16 took place in two places. Cali, Colombia started and ended Rome, Italy. Okay, I hope you guys understand it. Yeah, next. Which country is officially hosting the main Conference of Party 16 Biological Diversity? Conference of Parties 2025. Okay, which place? Italy, Colombia. Which country is officially hosting? Officially hosting is Colombia. Okay, officially hosting Colombia. Okay, Colombia. Later on, it will take on Italy. Colombia will host the full Conference of Parties. Later on, it is advances implementation in the Global Biodiversity Framework. Okay, Global Biodiversity Framework, it took place in the Colombia. Okay, I hope you guys understand. Next, what is the name of the Global Biodiversity Framework being reviewed during Conference of Party 16? Okay, yeah. What is the name of the Global Biodiversity Framework being reviewed during Conference of? Yeah, of course, Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Okay, this is Conference of Party 15 in 2022 took place. Okay, that will reviewed on 2024 COP-16. Okay, yes. Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework is adopted Conference of 15. This framework included in the 30-30 target. 30-30 target means 30% restoration of biodiversity loss by the end of the 2030 year. By the end of the 2030 year, 30% we have to restore. That is 30-30 target. They might ask you, this is the question in the coming exam. Okay, yes. Next question. Which of the following was a key focus on Conference of Party 16? Global plastic ban, net zero carbon emission, digital sequencing information, and endangered species. Yeah, of course, this is about digital sequence of information. Okay, digital sequence of information. Okay, yeah, digital sequence information, DSI, is benefit sharing. Okay, it is refers to the genetic information stored digitally. India pushed for free benefit sharing. Okay, this is important in the coming exam, guys. These are the questions important in the coming exam. Okay, yes. Yeah, what is the India's commitment regarding land restoration under the CBD target? Okay, land restoration, how much? 26 million hectares by 2030. Okay, it is restore 26 million hectare. Okay, by 2030, 26 million hectares by 2030. Okay, yeah, restore of 26 million hectares degraded land by 2030. This is India announced at UN Conference of Party 14. Okay, ratified in the Convention on Biodiversity discussions. Okay, yeah, you have to focus it these questions, guys. Next question. Which Indian initiative was highlighted at Conference of Parties 16 to promote sustainable lifestyle? Green India Mission, Namami Gange, Mission Life and Clean Energy. Of course, Mission Life, lifestyle for environment. This is the important question. This is the important question. Okay, Modi said life. Okay, our Prime Minister said life. Okay, life for environment. Okay, mission for life, mission is life, lifestyle for environment, not life, lifestyle for environment. They can ask you lifestyle for environment. It is promoted globally by India model sustainable living. Promoted globally by India model. This is the India model. Okay, promoted globally. Okay, life. Okay, lifestyle for environment. This is the important question, guys. Next question. Yeah, Conference of Parties discussions included monitoring progress using key tool. Key tool is about global biodiversity monitoring framework. Global biodiversity monitoring framework. This is the important in the coming exam, guys. Okay, just focus it. Just focus it. You have to practice the question relevant topic. Yeah. This is all over today topic, guys. We have to continue the next session tomorrow by new topic. Okay. I hope you guys understand this topic. You have to like the video and share it for your friends. It can be help. This is the education revolution of online teaching. You guys has to be encouraged by watching the videos and it may be help for your coming exam. Okay. Yeah. I am the UPSC aspirant. I did write UPSC exams previously. This is my experience, might be help for you guys. I hope you guys understand these topics. Thank you.